Hello and welcome to Cybersecurity course. In this tutorial, we'll delve into the world of penetration testing using Metasploit, a powerful open source framework for developing, testing, and executing security exploits. We'll focus on a practical, real-world scenario to demonstrate how Metasploit can be used to identify and exploit vulnerabilities in target systems. My name is Rido Surya Kusuma, and I'll guide you step by step through this process. Let's get started. Starting the console. You can start Metasploit in Kali in two different ways. First, you can start Metasploit through the Applications menu. Go to Applications, choose Exploitation Tools, and then Metasploit Framework and click on it. Alternatively, you can open a terminal and start it by running the command msf console. This will launch the Metasploit console. In Metasploit, a module is a component that executes specific operations, such as scanning or exploiting a target. A module can be categorized into 7 types: auxiliaries, encoders, evasions, exploits, NOPs, payloads, and post modules. Auxiliary modules, non-exploit modules like scanners and fuzzers serve additional functionalities. Encoders encodes the raw payload code to evade detection by antivirus or other defenses. Different encoding algorithms are used, like XOR, shuffle, prepend, etc. Evasions contains techniques to generate payloads that avoid detection. This helps payloads bypass antivirus and host-based security. Exploits takes advantage of software vulnerabilities like buffer overflows, SQL injection, etc. Allows execution of arbitrary code provided by the payload component. NOPs used to pad buffer overflows for increased reliability. It contains inert instructions that perform no operations. Payloads get executed upon successful exploitation and perform tasks such as opening shells or escalating privileges. While many payloads initiate a meter preter session, others might run code that performs actions like adding user accounts. Post executed on compromised hosts after exploitation to gather data, maintain persistence, and pivot to other hosts. Well, the simple concept: Metasploit is a framework to scan and gain access to systems that have vulnerabilities. Searching for modules. You can use Metasploit's versatile built-in search function to search for modules. As a basic example, let's say we want to search for the module that will help us exploit Eternal Blue, also known as Security Bulletin MS17-010, which exploits a vulnerability in Microsoft's Server Message Block (SMB) protocol. You simply type in search Eternal Blue, and Metasploit will return any results that match the keyword of Eternal Blue. Next, Metasploit allows you to refine your searches by chaining multiple search filters together. For example, say you want to locate Windows exploits related to CVEs reported in 2023. You could enter the following search query that filters by CVE year, module type, and target platform. Search CVE 2023 type exploit platform Windows, such as this figure. Well, this is additional knowledge. Search chain first. Finding Windows post exploitation modules, you can type in terminal, search type post platform Windows, rank normal. This search will return Windows post exploitation modules with a normal ranking. These modules are reliable and often used for various tasks, such as spawning shells, stealing credentials, and executing commands. Search chain second. Identifying top Windows backdoor modules. If your goal is to establish a persistent backdoor on a Windows system, you can use this search chain. Just type in terminal. Search name backdoor, platform Windows. Rank excellent. This search will display top-rated Windows backdoor modules. These modules are designed to maintain covert access to the system, often by hiding in legitimate processes or services. Search chain third, discovering FTP scanner modules. Type, search type, auxiliary. Name, scanner, FTP. This search will return auxiliary modules that can scan for FTP servers and check them for known vulnerabilities, such as weak passwords or insecure configurations. You can always refer to the help page for more information by entering help search inside Metasploit. Let's walk through searching for and then using a module in Metasploit. If you want to follow along with our demo, we are using the Metasploitable 2 VM. Just remember your IPs will be different than the ones we are using. We've enumerated our target machine at 192.168.152.40 and found Apache Tomcat running on open port 8180. Further reconnaissance shows the Tomcat Manager app is accessible using default credentials. At this point, searching for potential exploits is a good idea. We've identified a potential exploit in the Tomcat Manager application via an upload function. You can check if it's available in Metasploit using the framework's built-in search feature within the MSF console. Search Tomcat Manager Upload. This will list all the modules with the keyword Tomcat Manager Upload. We will be using the exploit slash multi slash http slash Tomcat Manager Upload module. As you can see from the screenshot below, this exploit has a ranking of excellent. Module rankings indicate the reliability and likelihood of an exploit working and not crashing a target service or system. Rankings help determine how safely and effectively a module can be used. The rankings in Metasploit are: first, excellent, the safest and most reliable. It won't crash the target service, often assigned to exploits like SQL injection or CMD execution. Second, great, also very reliable. The exploit automatically chooses or verifies the right target without causing instability. Third, good, reliable for commonly used software versions. Fourth, normal, reliable but works only for a specific version of the target software and doesn't auto-detect that version. Fifth, average, not very reliable, potentially hard to execute successfully. Sixth, low, least reliable, the chance of successful exploitation is below 50%. Now that we have selected our exploit, we must tell Metasploit to use it. We can do this by entering the word use, followed by the number associated with the module or the module's full path. In our example, we are choosing the number 2. Now that we have our module selected, we must set the correct options for it to work successfully. Enter options in the command line to view the available options for a specific module. This will display a list of options that can be configured for that module. Different modules have different options. The list will also indicate whether each option is required to run the module, denoted by yes or no. To set the options in Metasploit, type the word set, followed by the name of the option you want to change, a space, and then the new value you want to assign to that option. After this, press the Enter key to apply the changes. HTTP username and HTTP password. These are the credentials used for HTTP authentication. Even though HTTP username and HTTP password are marked as not required, they are essential for this scenario because we need to authenticate with the Targets Manager application. RHOSTS. This stands for remote hosts. It specifies the IP address or addresses of the target system S you are trying to exploit. RPORT. This stands for remote port. It specifies which port on the target system to attack. Often services have default ports, like HTTP on port 80, but it can differ based on the configuration. Targetary. This is the directory path on the target system the exploit will target. For example, If you're exploiting a web application, the targetary might be the path to that application on the web server, such as /manager, LHOST. This stands for local host. It's the IP address of your machine, the attacker's machine, which will receive the connection from the exploited target. LPORT. This stands for local port. Like our port, this is the port on your machine that will listen for incoming connections from the target. It's always a good idea to check your options after setting them to ensure you haven't missed anything. Every Metasploit exploit comes with a predefined target list, which indicates the systems the exploit has been tested on. If the specific target isn't listed, it's safe to assume the exploit hasn't been tested on that particular target. The first item on this list is usually set for automatic targeting and is generally the default choice. However, you should never assume the exploit will automatically pick the correct target. You can use the options command to see which target is currently selected and the show targets command to view the list of supported targets. You can then select the appropriate target with the set target command followed by the corresponding ID or name. In our example, our target is Java Universal. Our final step before launching our exploit is to ensure that we choose the appropriate payload. A payload is a specific code executed on the target system once the exploit is successful. Payloads can serve various purposes, from opening a bind or reverse shell for direct access to the system to initiating a meter preter session for advanced control. They can also install backdoors or even attempt to evade antivirus protections. When working in Metasploit, you will need to decide whether you want to use a bind or reverse shell and whether you want to use a staged or non-staged payload. As you can see from the above screenshot, we have numerous payload options. Some are bind shells, while others are reverse shells. Additionally, there are staged and non-staged payloads. Some options even allow you to use a meter preter shell instead of a basic command shell. Unlike basic shellcode, meter preter can dynamically add functionality with extensions or modules. It runs in memory and leaves no trace on the target's disk, making it stealthy and hard to detect. You can choose a payload by entering set payload followed by the number associated with that specific payload. In our example, we use the Java /meter preter /reverse TCP payload to give us a reverse shell using meter preter. Remember, the chosen payload must align with your goals for the exploit. Whether you're looking to open a simple shell or perform more complex tasks via meter preter, your choice of payload is crucial for successful exploitation. We've set all our options, selected our target, and chosen our payload. The final step is to execute the exploit and obtain a reverse meter preter shell on the target. To run the exploit, you can type run or type exploit. As you can see, our exploit worked, and we now have a meter preter shell for the target machine. Meter preter allows you to download and upload files easily, run other modules, and perform tasks such as capturing screenshots, logging keystrokes, escalating privileges, gathering system information, and even moving laterally across a network to compromise additional systems. Let's show you how to upload a file from your machine to the target machine. In our example, we will upload the popular Linux privilege escalation script linps. First, if you need help performing a specific action within meter preter, you can type help to see a broad range of available options. If you need help with a particular command such as upload, you can type help upload to get an overview of its usage and options. Metasploit is one powerful beast that's been around for quite some time. It's your go-to for running all sorts of modules, including exploits, to help you get access to a target system.